Do you feel like your acne problems and your period problems are linked, but you just can't tell how? Did you know that inconsistencies or challenges with your hormones, aka your period, are directly contributing to your acne? Today, I'm going to share all about how your period and your acne are linked, plus action steps you can take to start to address this. Lego? Hi there, my name is Therese, and after 15 years of acne struggles, I finally cleared my acne naturally via my natural acne clearing program, The Clear Code. 9 years and thousands of clients later, I've made it my life's work to get you clear skin without harsh chemicals, pills, and/or creams. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video. I could talk about the link between your period and your acne for like 10 years, but that will be boring for you, so I won't. But I really want you to understand this one thing. Your period is a barometer for your life, okay? What is happening with your period and then what is happening with your skin can tell you so much about what's happening with your entire existence. For me, I can always tell how far off I am from my clear code when my period isn't great. So for example, last month I was traveling quite a bit. I was eating a lot of pizza. I really, really like pizza. I really do. I was eating way more candy. It was like Halloweenish time. And my period this past month was a little rougher. I had a lot of PMS. I was very swollen. I had gained some water weight. Like things weren't great. And it's totally because I was off my clear code. Now, when you're dealing with acne, that's gonna be even more linked to period stuff. So let's go over a ton of period challenges. We're gonna link them directly to acne issues. And then I'm gonna tell you what action steps you can take. Here are some questions, symptoms of challenges with your period that we're then gonna link very directly and easily to acne issues, okay? Number one, is your period super heavy? Is your period really late? As in you get it maybe every 37 to beyond days. Do you get really painful PMS or cramping? Do you feel puffy or swollen pre-period, maybe moody? Are your cycles super short? Have you ever been told you may have PCOS? Now those are period questions. Let's go over some acne questions that I have for you and we're gonna link them together. Do you break out mid-cycle? Do you break out right before your period? Do you feel like there are seasons in your life when you're broken out or other seasons in your life when you haven't been, but you can't identify which and or why? Do you have cystic acne along your jawline? Do you feel like you break out a day or two after you eat a ton of sugar and or a ton of dairy, aka ice cream? Now let's link your period and your acne. Heavy periods can sometimes be associated with estrogen dominance. So you're having trouble with estrogen detoxification, which can lead directly to acne. Late periods, so periods going longer, like you're basically not getting your period every 35-ish days, you're getting it every 40, 45 days, is often associated with stress or PCOS. Now, stress is linked to higher oil levels at the pore. When you're under a lot of stress, you're most likely experiencing an increase in cortisol, epinephrine, adrenaline, these stress hormones that increase oil levels at the pore, which can make you break out more, or PCOS, which is directly linked to insulin resistance, so blood sugar management issues. Now, both of these things, too much oil at the pore and or blood sugar management challenges, can be directly linked to your acne. Do you feel swollen or puffy or have really bad PMS right before you get your period? This is often associated with estrogen dominance, which, like I just mentioned, is very clearly linked to acne. Are your cycles super short? So you get your period every 22 days or less. That's most often associated with low levels of progesterone. And if you're dealing with that and you're watching this and that sounds like you, do you break out on your period? That is very much linked to low progesterone levels. Have you ever been told you have PCOS? That is deeply linked. There are quite a few scientific journals and studies done on this. That's deeply linked to insulin resistance and blood sugar management, which, if you've watched any of my other videos, I talk a lot about how blood sugar management and or lack thereof can lead to too many skin cells at the pore, which can lead to acne. The most common period acne links that I see with my clients are estrogen dominance and acne. So they're having trouble with estrogen detoxification, usually post taking the birth control pill. So they're breaking out mid-cycle and pre-period the most, or low progesterone. So they're getting their period less than 23 days, every 20 days, which is way too much. Like, just who wants a period that much? And they're breaking out on their period, and that's usually leading to their acne as well. And I have to tell you that whenever a client comes to me with acne, I'd say about 50% of the time they also have irregular cycles. And I get really excited because I know their whole life is going to change. And goal 1 is obviously to clear their acne, but goal 1A is to get their period back on a normal routine. And I would say within 30 to 60 days, all of my clients, their periods start coming much more normally within 28 to 35 days, number 1. But then number 2, we've had quite a few clear code babies born. So a lot of my clients, I wouldn't say a lot, but maybe like 25 to 30% have been trying to get pregnant over the past year, and they're dealing with acne issues and they just don't understand like what's happening. We start them on the clear code to address their acne, and within 8 weeks their skin is clear, and then the next month they're usually pregnant, which is the cutest thing ever. And it's a win-win for everyone. Okay, so now you have this information, how your period and your acne are linked. I could talk about this forever, but I thought giving you symptoms plus how they link directly to your acne was helpful. And then the next thing I need you to know, though, is that normalizing your hormones, really getting things settled and calmed down for you, is a period that takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months. I usually tell all of my clients to anticipate not huge shifts immediately, but to mark their hormonal shifts by 30 days. So every 30 days, I want to see an improvement. I want to see, depending on their unique challenge, I want to see less breakouts at specific times of their cycle. I want to see the length of their cycle come down a little bit, or I want to see the length of their cycle increase a little bit. But I don't anticipate kind of full hormonal balancing for at least 3 months. So if you know you're struggling with your hormones, give yourself at least 90 days to expect huge changes. Now, there are 2 herbal supplements that I love to recommend you check out. Always check in with your doctor because I am not one, but they can be really beneficial for those 2 main challenges that I mentioned at the beginning: estrogen dominance or low progesterone. One herbal supplement that I love for estrogen dominance, if kind of more gentler techniques haven't worked, and by gentler techniques, I mean adding in bitter herbs like dandelion tea, which is my favorite. I talk about it all the time. Or grabbing 2 to 3 cups of cruciferous vegetable daily. If those action steps haven't worked to support healthy estrogen detoxification, you can always check out DIM. DIM stands for, I can never say it correctly, dindolmethane, and it's a metabolite of indole 3-carbinol, a compound found in cruciferous veggies, including broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower. It impacts estrogen metabolism and estrogen receptor sites, and it's been shown to modulate estrogen metabolism to support acne clearing. Again, I'm not a doctor, but definitely do some research on that supplement, even chat with your doctor, your gynecologist, and see what they think. Vitex agnus castus, aka chasteberry, has also been shown to elevate progesterone levels naturally, which can be really helpful. It's a super simple herb too, but again, I'm not a doctor, check with them. Another really awesome action step you can take is something I recommend for all of our clear coders, and that is to seed cycle. Seed cycling is the practice of using different seeds at different types of the month to support your hormonal cycle effectively. It's very simple, and it's basically you take action on the premise that your body's needs shift throughout your cycle, right? So when you begin, you have lower levels of estrogen, and as you go through, for example, your cycle, your estrogen levels rise, your progesterone levels dip, and they kind of move in tandem throughout, but they move in opposite directions throughout your cycle. And so you want to support those naturally, and this is where seed cycling comes in. Here's how this looks from a logistical, tactical perspective. From your follicular phase through your ovulatory phase, days 1 through 14, your estrogen levels are at their peak, and you're going to add 1 tablespoon of ground up flaxseed to food and 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds throughout the day, every day for 14 days. These seeds support estrogen levels, contain essential fatty acids that deeply impact your body, and they can help support lowering of too high levels of estrogen. Then from days 15 through 30, so your luteal phase through your menstrual phase, you're going to focus on adding in 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds and 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds to your foods. These help to support progesterone levels, which can help to counteract some excess estrogen issues you may be having at this time of the month. This is a very common time to experience estrogen dominance at the very end, your luteal phase. So that can cause weight gain, endometriosis, hair loss, all the things. So supporting yourself in the best way possible there is key. Now, a lot of this information that I found online in studies, etc., is rather anecdotal, but I have seen it support clients quite well. So I think there are just some really simple ways you can add in seed cycling simply and still get results and not have to worry about something like DIM or chaseberry. You can really just take an herbal, natural approach. Here are some really easy ways to get seed cycling into your daily life. Flaxseed serves you best when you buy it whole, you grind it up fresh, and you keep it in the fridge. Don't buy already ground up flaxseed and keep it in your cabinet. It's just not gonna be as effective for you. You wanna buy the seeds whole, ground them up in like a coffee grinder, and then store them in the fridge. That's perfect. You can add these to your non-dairy yogurt. You can add it on top of your overnight oats, your quinoa breakfast, any type of like porridge that you got going on, you can add it there simply. You can also add, sometimes I'll make toast and I'll use like almond butter on top, and I'll just put whatever seed is appropriate for that time in the month. It's so easy. You can do it every day. Simple. You barely taste them either. We actually take seed cycling and cycle syncing one step further in the Clear Code. So basically all of our meal plans are designed around your cycle. So we have meal plans month 1 and month 2, and then they are luteal, follicular, ovulatory, or menstrual. And each meal plan, each food ingredient, every single meal is designed to support specific parts of your cycle. So this is definitely something you can go much deeper into when and if you joined my acne clearing program, the Clear Code. On that note, if you're interested in learning more about this, if you want to dive deeper into your hormones, if you've noticed kind of links between your period and your acne, or your acne and your period, and you want someone to really dive into this with you, apply for my natural acne clearing program, the Clear Code, below. It's an application-only program, but I would love to see if I could help you heal your acne naturally. We'll hop on a call, we'll chat back and forth. I'll learn a lot more about you, your skin, your journey, what's worked, what hasn't, and I will let you know if I think it's a good fit, and then we can go from there. So submit your application to the program below. Also, if you want to join a safe, private, and empathetic community of people struggling with their acne just like you, we have a private Facebook group where you can meet other people and also chat about skin stuff, get support, all the things. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to be notified when I post a new one, and if you know someone who could benefit from this information, if they've been having period problems and acne problems, and you're thinking of them as you're watching this, please send this over to them. I would love to be kind of a spark of information for them, spark of inspiration around natural acne healing. So I'll see you in the next one.